Today's podcast is sponsored by the Beaver Supermarket. Beaver Supermarket, one of the last independent grocery stores in Beaver County. Family legacy, local service, and weekly deals that make a difference. Stop by today and visit them at 648 3rd Street in Beaver. Hello everyone, welcome back to Enthralled. We're super excited to have a fun guest today here, Abby Kail, and I just wanted to read our scripture. Let the king be enthralled by your beauty, honor him for he is your Lord. That's Psalms 45:11. So you have a very exciting story, I guess, or life, I guess I would say. When I look at your pictures, I'm like, how does she have 8 kids? Because I have 3 and it seems very a lot. And we got a new dog and it seems even more a lot. But anyways, we're in this self-care series. We have a couple more episodes I think we're going to do with self-care. But when I thought of self-care, and I always ask God, I'm like, give me people who you think I should have on. And your name just popped up one day. And I was like, okay, I don't know if she'll have time or can. But you said yes, so that was cool. So I'm not, I think my vision kind of for today was for you to tell us how you do self-care with being a mom of 8, a wife. Your husband has an interesting job too. So I just wanted you to introduce yourself and tell us who you are, a little bit about your family.
Okay, so thanks for having me.
Yeah. And you were like, I don't even know what podcast.
I know, I don't.
So I'm really thankful that you came.
Yeah, I always hear people, a lot of moms, I do podcasts. I'm like, ooh, I don't know. Okay, send it to me, but I don't even know how I'd listen to it. Anyway, so thank you for having me. And obviously my name's Abby Kail, and my husband is, working all the time, as all of ours are, right? Yes. Been away a lot, kind of with what he does, and we have 8 kids. The oldest he's about to be 15.
Oh, wow, okay.
February, so we're in December. February, he's 15, and then the baby is 2, or she'll be 3 in January.
Okay.
So, and do you want me to say?
You can, that's fun. I think it's fun to hear all of their ages.
Yes, so he's 14, then the twins will be 13 Wednesday, and boy-girl twin. Then my next boy is 11, just turned 11. Petra, number 5. She's 9. I'm trying to think.
I was going to say, I'm going to be impressed if you can get them
9, and then Cleo is 7, and Evangelina's 5, and Vi is 2. Like I say, she'll be 3.
Okay.
And, so that's kind of, the crew there. I am a Christian, obviously married mom.
How long have you been married?
It will be 18 years.
Okay.
So 06, 07, 08. That was the date.
That's fun. Yeah.
So
that's an easy one to remember.
It really is. So we're about to near 18 years, and
that's fun.
Kind of just been doing life,
having lots of children.
Yeah, you know what? Honestly, if I go back just to kind of set the stage, ever since I was little, really, ever since I was little, I wanted to be a mom.
Okay.
Obviously married and a mom.
Yeah.
And even it was 6th grade, when you get those, they're like the notebooks that you have to write everything down. I would write 8 names. I would be like, I'm having 8 kids.
Way.
It's so funny. I
was going to ask you if you always plan on having a lot of kids.
I would always say between 12 and 8, 8 and 12. So I would have, that's the whole thing.
What did your husband, so he always knew this?
Yeah.
When you guys got married?
Well, so Josh is one of 7.
Okay.
And so that was he's fine.
Okay.
I guess initially too, when I met him, thinking it'd kind of be boring if there were only a couple of us too, because he's so used to
Yeah.
So anyway, since I was younger, just always looked at my mom I want to be her.
Aww,
every part
great.
Of you want to be her.
Yeah.
So then I kind of came into reality of thinking, this might not happen because, you kind of have to have the husband.
Yeah.
So we went to Geneva, and I realized I had to have, a fallback plan if marriage and motherhood wasn't a thing. So my fallback plan was law school.
Oh.
So I was like, okay, that's my second option, but if I have to do it.
Yeah, you really just wanted to be a mom.
Yeah, I wanted my MRS degree, right, Mrs., and then go on for all the other things.
That's so fun. I love that.
Yeah, so it's good.
Well, that was, so maybe could you tell us, I know you're into eating healthy and making all these fun meals that I always see you post.
Yes.
And I'm like, I'm going to probably hopefully learn some things today too, because I like to eat healthy and I like my kids to eat healthy, but I just don't think I do the planning part very well.
Yeah.
So that's what I was kind of like hoping we could start with, is maybe you could just tell us a little bit about how you plan, like what a typical day might look like, or how you plan meals for your family.
Yes.
I don't know.
Okay. No, that's fine.
We could start there and then see where we end up.
So let me set the stage a little bit, because I'm big on why do you tick the way you tick?
Yeah,
and I'm the same. Like when I meet someone and I feel like, again, I'm always like, no mom judgment.
Yes.
I don't know what you did in your day, where you've come from, anything like that is so critical. So in any case, when I was younger, also mom's story again is that my mom, when I was 8, so 31, I'm 39, so 31 years ago, she had celiac.
Okay.
And I was 8, and so every night she was 140 pounds, went down to 85 pounds. And every night my little brother and I would go in like asking her, are you gonna die?
Oh.
Because as you know, celiac's so common. Everyone has some sort of chronic.
But like as a kid, seeing your mom losing all that weight, I'm sure you saw something was wrong with her.
Oh, it was striking. And my dad would feed her the brat diet.
Okay.
So, right, the brat, like that's number one is like, you're killing her. But we didn't know. It took them 1 year.
Because it wasn't that popular. I mean, I don't think they knew back then, right?
There was nothing. I mean, when you got gluten-free, it was like cardboard. You know what I mean? It's
not like,
really, really bad. And so, anyway, I think set the stage of like we all come from suffering. There's trauma in everyone's lives. For me, I do believe, that always produces strength, the suffer.
Sure.
So how do you take this and make it into, what's good here? And I mean, so ever since then, like when we figured that out, I remember, I think probably around when we figured out, I'd look right at her like, Mom, I thought food was supposed to nourish your body.
Yeah.
Not like nuke
Make
it,
you sick.
literally, she was dying. So, with celiac, the cilia erodes, you get no nutrient from food. Yeah. So it's very crazy. But anyway, pretty much, I think it's really hard to, kind of see that and then realize at such a young age that you have to be very aware of what's in your food and what. So just setting that stage.
Yeah, that's a good thought, because some people that didn't experience that wouldn't have very different opinions, or not opinions, but
they wouldn't. I mean, I'm telling you, it's to the point sometimes where, which I say, my husband's my balance, because he's like, it's fine, and I'm like, well, then I'm gonna be the other way, because you're like, it's fine. I'm like, no.
It's good to be very opposite, I think, because then you can like bring each other together.
It really does.
In more of a common space.
Yeah, you're complimenting. Like, I'm not just like you. You're not just like so. Anyway, so even now, I mean. And I really have to pull myself back, because I talked to, there's a doctor, he's a DO, but a holistic one. Okay. And we can go into that at some point, but he does a lot of homeopathy. Okay. And I had called him on some, probably some like skin rashes and such. It was skin rashes, like poison ivy stuff that I'm like, okay, I've done this this was a few years ago. Yeah. Done this for so many years. I know what would come up. Like, I know what rash, what food would cause us. Like, I'm good with that. Yeah. But I ended up talking to him, and then shortly after talked to his wife to pay her, and she said to me, I kind of gave her that whole story. She said, Abby, be careful. Your childhood trauma doesn't doesn't create a trauma for your kids. And I'm like, I have to be so careful, because even now, like, pick up pop. I mean, I do not do pop, and that's a whole nother story, but like, pick up pop and it, like my blood, it's like just sets off this trigger.
Because in your mind, the trauma of Yeah,
oh,
that's very true.
and it's just like it ruins you. It really does. And why is it not nourishing you? Like that's a what? So and I get it, and the kids, I'm not saying they never have it. I'm not saying, but it's sad that I mean, not sad. I think it's just you have to recognize where you came from and kind of get a hold of that.
For sure.
And I really do use it as, every time they pick up. So I was like, that hurts your brain. Like, they're like, Mom, okay, geez. But I'm like, ultimately, I do think, I've told my husband this, his dad is celiac. My mom is.
Oh, interesting.
I am.
Okay.
So
you have celiac too.
Yeah, so I've never officially been tested, but if I eat it.
And probably too, because I'm thinking, I mean, I don't know. I'm not very good in this area, but if you haven't ate gluten and did all of that for a really long time, your body would freak out if you feeded it, right?
Yeah,
because it wouldn't know how to process it. Yeah,
it's strange because there's a few things I think that are at work there is like, I'm big on, and this is a whole nother, I'm such a rabbit trailer, but the parasites. Parasites feed all the chronic inflammation, and they wreak havoc on your body. Yeah. I'm big on parasite cleanses and doing all that. I've
done that a few times. Yeah. Because when I was a kid, supposedly I had parasites a couple times, which I think everybody probably does.
Hands down, factual, every single person does. Like, you just have to take care. And so for some reason, people think that just sanitizing your hands and like, if you walk on the ground, I mean, there's parasites. You have everywhere. A dog. If you have an animal, you have parasites.
Yes.
That's it. Like, there's no one who will just, I mean, might question it, but like, you have parasites. So I think that all combined, whatever. But so back to I just wanted to set that stage because
that's where it kind of started.
Like, I want you to know I take it so like it's amplified for me. My structure in my house, I think, like you had said on the quiet, like my non-negotiable, like eating and bedtime, or like my two, like I'm on it. Yeah, I'm not structured. Yeah, I am coordinated chaos all day long. Beautiful chaos, as I always call it. Yeah. And pretty much with regard to food, a long time ago, I was like, I can cycle through 2 weeks of meals. Like right now, you could think off the top, burgers, meatloaf, chicken, rice, like whatever it is, there's 14, okay? Yeah. One night I spent an obnoxious amount of time making fajita sauce. Okay. I was like, this is going to be good. I mean, it was like 45 minutes just for the sauce. And I was like, mixing all these things, finding the next thing in my cupboard. It's like, so after dinner, this was probably when Solomon, about 6-7 years ago. And he's like after dinner looking at me like waiting anxiously. What, like, how do you feel? Like, was it so good? And he looked at me and he's like, thanks, Mom, you fed us. And it hit me like, I do not have to be Rachel Ray right now. Yeah. Yeah. At all. Zero.
Yeah. You just got to feed these kids because they don't appreciate it at all.
It's like you're feeding them, nourish them. That's it. And so this whole, I think the hype of like, again, I think there's always that mom judgment, not even just toward a mom, but like yourself judging, saying, oh, I should have done what Mary Beth did. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I think you have to be careful of that, but that's my big thing. I cycle through, that's enough variety. Yeah. 14 different meals and then go back. Yeah. That is not hard. I love that. Like I say, you just get whatever you do on the typical.
And then your like orders probably are all like grocery orders. They're all
the same.
I love that.
I
need simple in my life.
Grocery hack. Don't go. I'm like this. Yeah. Get on Instacart. Get it.
That's what I do too. Walmart.
Don't because honestly, I'm spending at least $50 more if I take my kid. Yeah. And I used to be like, I want them to learn, and we do here and there because I'm like check ingredients. I love like testing them. It's obnoxious, but I do it. So there's that. I think you've probably seen, I'm very intentional about organ meats. Yeah. I don't know if you do that.
No, I don't know anything.
One big thing, organ meats are so good as far as kids, right? Brain health, vitamin, like they're natural vitamin, right? But for moms, I think this gets into the self-care piece a little bit, is like helps the adrenals, any of the like, I don't know, can I say that, sex hormones, all of that. thyroid, cortisol, all of that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like not in anything we eat, right?
Okay.
So like you say, my grocery orders are always similar. I do not buy a ton at the grocery store. I will here and there, but I get from my farmer, the farm family cow.
Okay.
I don't know if you've ever.
Yeah, we've done that. Yeah.
Yeah, so they have an organ, and why I say that is they have an organ meat blend.
Okay.
It's like a ground beef pound, and it's kidney, liver, and heart.
Oh.
In my opinion, you can't. I've had kids who, like, if your kids were to come over and they're like, we had tacos, you're eating liver, heart, and kidney, thank you. You know what I mean? They kind of get, I never tell them, but my kids do know, my husband, and you should have that about 2 times a week. Just a small, it's like 12, ounces. That's it. And so it does enough to help you, or, you could take it in supplement form. I'm big into that stuff too. So, I think, because I have my certain, like I do tacos or sloppy joes or meatloaf.
Some kind of meat that
burgers that always has. So, and I should clarify because people are like, a couple of kids go, Mrs. Kail, we know you do organ meats. I don't want to be eaten. I was like, remember you came over last week? Yeah.
And you already ate it. You just didn't know.
So what I do though is I take 1 pound of it, and typically for me, and yours would be however, whatever amount you make, I get ground beef or like a ground beef sausage.
Mix it together.
Yeah.
And
so
then,
in my 7 pounds, there's of meat, there's 1 or 2 pounds of the organ.
So it's not like,
you cannot taste it.
I was going to say, how many pounds would you have to, like your family, what would a typical, how many pounds of meat would that be?
Yeah, so definitely between 7 and 9 if it's just like ground meat.
Okay.
Honestly, with sometimes with costs going up and down, and this has been a late, thing of late because, we have a small business, and so it's like things are up or they're down. That happens. It is what it is, right? But pretty much, I also make sourdough, which
I love. I make sourdough too. But I'm a sourdough maker, but I don't think I'd do it. I don't know. Go ahead. I'm not as good as probably as most.
No, I mean I'm not. But I'm just like throw it together.
Yeah.
I use a cupcake tin.
Okay.
Pan. And then I put parchment paper, and I just put and make little buns. Like it's not supposed to be hard.
Yeah.
Make it easy.
Yes,
like,
I agree.
What are we doing?
I've never done that. I'm gonna try that.
So, and I was gonna say this: anyone who's local, feel free. I will give you. I have a massive sourdough.
Me too. I have like 4. People keep saying, I'm like, I have so many. Just
take it.
Yes.
I agree.
So.
I mean, for me, this is just my own.
Yeah.
You probably make I just do the flour and the water.
Yeah, that's all that. Yep.
That's all I do.
Yep.
My sister-in-law, she's very good. She has her own business, La Fleur. It's very amazing, and she sells bread. She makes it with
fancy.
art, really beautiful.
Mine's not like that either.
Mine isn't. So, but anyway, when she does it, sometimes she'll put, and I think this is I did it last week, and my kids are like, Mom, this really changed the flavor. Butter.
Oh.
Like you just not shred, is that what you call it? When
put it on top? I know what you mean. Yeah.
Grate it.
Yeah.
So grate it into the mix. Yeah, and some people will just put honey, just a little bit, not
just
enough.
Add something,
yeah.
A little different flavor.
So I think that's a big thing because, like I say, the influx of business up, down, whatever. It's like, okay, meat, 10 pounds it's just, wow.
Yeah.
But I will not sacrifice. My food is...
Yeah, to you. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. It's just because it's like, right, God gives the temple.
Take care of
it. Come on, take care of it.
Yeah.
And no one makes it out of here alive, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, heaven, eternity.
Yes. Exactly.
But live and live well is
and
my...
take care of your... What do you do for because that was dinner. How about breakfast and lunches?
So, okay.
Is that the same kind of idea? You have so many meals and you just...
Yeah, so just to throw off, I do make homemade waffles when I should go back to bulk and everything.
Yes,
everything's bulk for me. So I'm like, whatever I can make in a
just make a lot. And
yes.
Then,
So I make a big batter, I think it's probably 4 or 5, actual, what do they serve? Not servings, the mix is 4 or 5.
Yeah, okay. Whatever it says you would do.
Multiply it by. So, and then I just leave the batter in my fridge.
Oh, okay.
And it's gluten and dairy free.
Okay.
Super easy. Anything, if I can ever help anyone, like
Yeah.
I will send like whatever I know I can pass along.
Yes.
But because of the gluten,
we'll put that in our like notes. So then, and with the YouTube, like people can ask
Yeah.
questions if they want.
Yeah.
You could like, if
I
you
could-
see- or whatever. You can,
Yep, I have
I'll
it
let
right
you
on a
answer them
link.
because I probably won't answer them.
Yeah, super easy. So everything's in bulk. So then, so that's a breakfast. I do oats.
Okay.
Because I do think that's a good source
Yeah.
of a lot of things.
Keeps you full for a while too.
Yeah.
I always think.
I do oats, eggs, and I will make French toast from the bread,
Okay,
sourdough
French toast,
bread.
Yeah. That's the best French toast.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So don't make it hard. This is no judgment. I just cannot. I'm a no on cereal.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
Yeah.
I used to, and then just getting into all my.
Yeah.
I can't.
There isn't. I couldn't imagine there could be anything good in cereal.
Right.
And they're always hungry after they eat it anyways.
Yeah.
My kids will eat it and they're like, I'm hungry. I'm like, of course you are. You just
Yeah.
ate sugar.
There is a process. Oh, I'm trying to think of protrusion, I think it's called, and it just when you actually look at it, something shin. I can't think of the word, but that's my mom brain. It's hardcore working.
It's okay. We all have that.
So anyway, it just pulls the nutrients out of it, so you get nothing. So, no bad blood to those companies. I just am sticking with my oats. I get gluten-free organic, and I get, I'm sure you've heard of Azure Standard.
Yeah.
They deliver here.
Oh, okay.
Once a month up in Chippewa.
Oh, okay.
So I get all my stuff there. I get a 50-pound bag of flour.
Oh, okay.
And
Is that what you make your sourdough with?
Yeah, I do not. I'm trying to come up with a gluten-free sourdough.
I tried one time to make the gluten-free sourdough, and it turned out terrible. I literally threw it away.
What happened exactly?
It just was like, no, it didn't, I don't think it rose well.
Okay.
I can't remember what all happened to it. It just was like, because I always do King Arthur.
Yes.
And I got the King Arthur gluten-free, I guess it was called.
Yes.
Or something.
Yeah.
I can't remember. And I know the ratio is supposed to be a little bit different.
Yes.
And so I tried to do what somebody told, I don't know, and I just really screwed it up.
Yes.
I just had to throw it in the garbage.
Yes, I know.
And so I was like,
that's frustrating.
because we do eat a lot of sourdough.
Yeah.
And which is good. My kids all love it. But I was like, if I could make it a little bit better.
Yeah, gotta have it. It's
know.
good. I mean, if you have good flour, this is the big thing. I think, even organic things, I do like to buy organic, but when I do, it's with like, okay, this is the flour that is, you still have to be careful.
Yeah.
The field is next to a field that's sprayed, and it's like, Azure kind of has that promise out that is, So I would attempt to do a gluten-free one with, I would like to try arrowroot with tiger.
Okay.
Tiger nut, I think it's called. I want to do my own flour mix.
Okay.
But, as you know, I mean, that's frustrating.
Yes. Yeah.
I made yogurt. Yogurt also is a big breakfast one.
Okay.
I made yogurt a long time ago, and I had to throw it away, and I was like, I'm a can't waste energy kind of person.
Yeah.
So you're only given so much.
But also, you're probably like, if I did it a few times, I would get it right.
Oh,
and then you'll use it forever.
And then but now I have my Vita clay crock pot.
Yes,
and
I saw that you always write that.
Love it. Oh, I love that thing. I use it every day. I think I have 3 or. I have 2 right now. Okay. I had 3, but I broke the thing, and it was old. But I use it every day.
Okay.
I use them, and of course, because we have more, I have to make more.
Yeah, you probably have to
have a multiple.
Yeah, you can't probably feed a whole family with one, maybe.
Yeah, I know. I'm begging the creator. I'm like, hey, can you
make a big one?
Yeah, I was like, can you make one
double size one?
Yeah, like you should. She's like, you're really crazy. I'm like, girl, you have no idea.
Today's podcast is sponsored by Key & Kin. Are you planning a visit for family or friends? Skip the hassle and book with Key & Kin, Beaver County's top short-term rental provider. Their hand-picked Airbnb properties offer modern finishes, warm personal touches, and exceptional service. From a single night to a few weeks, unlock a perfect stay in Beaver County and beyond with Key & Kin. Oh my gosh. Well, that was great about food. Maybe we could talk a little bit about how do you think, like with being a mom of 8, how do you take time for yourself and self-care? What are we talking about?
Yeah. So I think I kind of want to challenge this because I think, again, it goes back to who you are, what you need. Number one, hands down, if you don't have the Lord, good luck.
Yeah, I say that all the time. I don't know how people do it.
Oh, yeah. I just think number one, or like you said, non-negotiables. Yeah. Number one, morning, waking up.
I guess we could talk about that's what I kind of like your daily routine, maybe.
Oh yeah,
like part of how your self care.
Yeah, so pretty much. I mean, otherwise, there is a lot of just like, hey, whatever, I'm going with the flow. I get a call. Yeah. Go here, go there. Yeah. But otherwise, that I think we don't realize how much we need. Like, right, the peace that passes all understanding. Yeah. Even in my when I'm at home and I'm disciplining the kids, I'm not an academic. I don't know all the things. I'm not like the smartest bulb, but the brightest, I guess is what you'd say. But I know God's word. Yeah. And so, right, for example, the kids come and they're lying about something. I'm very big on, oh, Mom, Petra did this. Okay, what did you do? Number one. There's always two sets, right? Yeah, like, don't jump into it. And then, okay, if so-and-so lies, is like, give me the memory verse that's like, we don't lie, right?
Yeah. Make them speak scripture. I love that.
And that's what I think is, or like we're getting angry and... look at them just like, hold on for 1 second, quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry for the anger of man. Yeah. So I can repeat those things, and I want them to, because I think when they're like 25, you're not going to be like, what did my mom say? Yeah. You're like, oh no, I know scripture. Yeah. So then so that's good. And so I think it's critical. I was reading... I like to read commentary from, look at some of probably even in like Proverbs 31, right? What a virtuous woman. And it talks about, her giving to the poor and helping the needy, as well as in her home. And it was like when Matthew Henry is who I look up to look at his commentary and what exactly does this mean? It's like, you see the woman working in this world, but she's of another world because we're always like, everything is through the sight of Christ. What do we say? Die to self. Yeah. And I'm not saying there's not room for self-care as much as I'm saying, I think it looks different. Yeah. I think our previous talk on how do we feel our mental and our physical health is through like, what are we not doing? Yeah. Are we eating? Like, figure out your health. Yeah. And I think it helps. I'm a castor oil girl. Every night I'm wearing a castor pack. Hormonally, it sets you straight. Like, it's not, and I get it. There's room for us to have, I don't want to sound as though I'm saying you can't have that. But it's just for me. And I think, with my husband's work, he was gone for 2.5 years, like Monday through Friday. Yeah. Again, that's not military, so I'm good. Like, yeah. But still, that's a lot. It was a lot. 8 kids every night, bedtime, and just every single night. I think, I'm always with them. Yeah. And either you can look at it as a problem, or you can look at it. Yeah, it really is. It's like a burden or a birth of you showing like this is what's good. Perspective all the time. I have a cousin who had a daughter who died from a very young age. And I always think about, not even, don't feel guilty that you want mom time. We all need I guess my word is really rejuvenate. Yeah. But I always think about her when you think like, oh, the kids are whining. And I tell my kids not to. I'm not saying that you get frustrated sometimes. And I'm like, what she wouldn't give to hear her little one cry, want. Like,
I always think of that too whenever you see like a kid that's sick, obviously. Or,
yes.
I always say that. I'm like, our kids are healthy and they can go play. They can do, we were at a basketball game last night and this, there was this kid and you just could tell he was so like mentally sick, and I'm like, his mom, imagine what you know what I mean? And we're like complaining because our kid is running around the gym, or I don't, like, and like it's all about perspective.
It's perspective, like what she wouldn't give to hear her kid or see her kid run around, like she would give anything. And I feel like back to, like I say, with my mom being sick, and my dad was always very, you never get today back.
Yeah.
And so, we have mom guilt. I understand that. We need self-time. I understand that. But really, if we look at it through Christ's lens, which, like I say, we're in this world working with our hands, but we're of another world.
Yeah.
We're religious, focusing on him. And I think it's a bigger perspective.
That's good.
That we have to look at it. Again, when you're, I don't know, it's not, let me think, what's the best word to say? When you have to be with your kids 24/7, Monday through Friday, like that, you figure it out.
Yeah.
Suffering, and I don't mean I was suffering, but struggle produces strength.
That you felt like you were.
I mean, honestly, it's not that it's easy, but what good thing is easy? Was Christ on the cross easy? Nope. And it's like, why do we look at things, and I'm not saying that's that question as much as I'm saying kind of view it through a different lens. And I know you've probably seen some of my Instagram. My big thing is I just want to show a different lens. Yeah. Like, not that motherhood's perfect. It's that stop looking at it like
I think so many, I was going to say, I think our worldview, I guess I agree. Like, I think sometimes it's all about moms, like, find time for yourself, do this for you, like, and you do, but also, like, enjoy. And even my oldest is almost 12, and it's been hitting me a lot. I'm like, he has, like, how many more summers, or
I said
driving soon, or like, all, and you just, like, start to think it's all about a season. Like, even when I think to myself, I'm going to get a job, like, I mean, which is fine, I don't know, but I also am like, my mom, like, left when I was, like, 8, so she was never there, and I always dreamed same thing, a little bit different, different story, but similar, in the fact of she wasn't there when I was just talking to my son about this last night. I was like, you don't understand, there's kids that come home and no parents are there. They do everything for themselves, and when I come home, like, my mom, nobody was there, like, to give me a snack or to give me, sometimes I cooked dinner. I mean, my dad was a single dad of 3, and, like, he just did it, and I was like, so I'm always like, I want to enjoy being a mom, because this is something you always dreamed of being. There's moments that are not good mom moments, for sure. But we're, like, sinners, right?
I mean, take it and say, okay, this is what I need, and I understand that. But like I say, when we read the Bible, it says die to self. Motherhood is that.
Yeah, that's true.
We're literally following his word by being mom. And so, again, I get self-care. If you want to say self-care, that probably the one that 100% just devotions, right? It's like, do your devotion.
But that's the number one.
It just is. It's you can't take care of yourself in a right way without God's perspective, I guess, is what, because it's just never about me.
That's so good.
And so I think, again, it's everything added to your life. It's not, like, I'll say, it's not the kids. It's the laundry that you have. It's the food. It's the this. And
all the things that come with keeping the house, or, like, the kids fed. And,
it's everything else. Or, like, you're adding on, like you say, you pick up little jobs or whatever here and there. It's like, wow, I'm struggling mentally with, but I will charge people with this. Is like, do not sit in the mom guilt. Once whatever's happened, or you had to, there are times where I get on to do social media and the kids wake up, I'm mad that I'm taking time away from them, and then I'm like, why waste another second though? Leave it, like,
instead of, like, sitting there and you're
sleeping. You have to find a solution, and for me personally, it's so weird, but find your thing, whatever it is. Once I put my shoes on, like, I'll wash my shoes off the bottom, because like, it's like you go everywhere, you're at the gas station or whatever. Wash my shoes. Once I put my shoes on, you cannot think like that. You cannot be. You are forward. So maybe you don't need to pull up your pants. I don't know, put on your shirt, whatever it is. Like, for me, it's putting my shoes on, and that's me walking ahead.
Yeah.
Leave that behind. There's no sense. You've wasted 5 minutes on it.
Yeah.
Literally don't. Like, anymore. And I'll tell my kids all the time with even come with their drama. And, you know, I get it. They're working through. We're training them. And I say, like, will this matter in 5 minutes? Well, I'm going to be, okay, wait, one more. Will it matter in 50 years?
I know.
Well, Mom, will it matter in 500 years when you're dead and gone? They look at me like, so why does it matter now?
Yeah.
Energy is expensive and we're wasting it.
Yeah.
Move on.
Yeah.
Move on.
So true, though.
Yeah, and again, like I say, when he was gone for so long, I think this was something else we had talked about was the kids help.
Yeah.
And I think when you're in a position where they need to, they live up to that expectation. And that's not a bad thing. Mm-hmm. They can cook, they can clean, they do all the things. And honestly, like you said, your oldest is 12, going to be 13. Yeah. So you'll start noticing this change of like, it's a different season. And because I'm still like stuck in, like, I have a 2-year-old.
You still have a little, exactly.
But you really start, it's become so fun. Like these guys.
I know, I do love this age.
So
like we went on vacation and they're, 11, 10, and 8. But and I was like, it's so nice. They can do everything on their own.
Oh, it's beautiful.
And I was like, it is a great season to be in and to enjoy it.
Yes.
You know?
My husband would always say to remember, you're not raising them for their teen years.
Yeah.
You're raising them for their adulthood. You know, because oh man, think of all the things we did as teenagers. We're like, it's for you want
them to be a good human. As an adult, a good husband, a good wife.
Yes. So we're preparing them for that.
I love that.
So
that's so good.
I think, train your child in the way, and when they are older, they will not depart, is always running through, right? I always call it the 3 T's. Train in the way, and then trust as they go out. And so now I don't love it. I love this stage, but I don't love it. I said to my husband, like, I'll kind of vent and bombard him with all of the feelings. Yeah. And he's like, I hope you're not saying this to the kids. I'm like,
no, I just got to tell somebody.
Yeah, I know. I was like, it's just, wow. My guy who is this age, who wanted me, my oldest is a son, so boys. And now it's like, Mom. And he's not, I don't mean it disrespectful, but he's coming into his own, which he should. He will lead a family.
You can't make all their decisions, when they're little, as they grow, you want to make all of their decisions, or you want to do all of this. My cousin has a 20-year-old, and she's just telling me he bought a motorcycle. And she's like, so upset about it. But she's like, but there's nothing I can do. He's 20. Yeah. And I'm like, that's the thing is, like, when they're little, we can kind of help them. Yeah. But at a certain age, they get even when they're like 15 or I don't know, teenagers, we're not with them while they're at school.
Oh, no.
They're just making decisions that you're like, oh.
Yeah. And we transferred over from, we go to BCCS, and then he's in the high school at Beaver now. Okay. Oh, okay. So that
was probably a big transition.
Yeah, for him and for me, and I really struggled with that, but I really rely on my husband's wisdom. Like, just Abby, they have to have adversity. Yes, like, he's going to lead a family. It's true. And then something's going to come his way, and he doesn't, like. And, like, the Holy Spirit, like, that's what I always go back to. I'm like, they have the Holy Spirit inside of them. Yeah. And that's what I've been talking a lot with my oldest is, like, so I know you ask Jesus in your heart, like, I know you know the right thing, and it's now, like, when you do the wrong thing, like, you don't, yes, tell us, because we're going to be here to help you. Right, but walk them through it. You need to talk with God about that and ask for his forgiveness. And as they do things, as they get older, that's what's going to happen. And they have to learn to deal with that. Guess, and you want to be able to walk them through it and show them God. Like, again, they have that strong foundation, and you're like, okay. And again, don't think they're not going to make mistakes. Exactly. My cousin will go, Abby, because her kids are a little bit younger, but she is younger than me. Okay. She's a teen mom. Oh, yeah. And so now she's older, but it's just, she's closer to that age than I am. Yeah. So it's like, she knows. Yeah, she's like, Abby, I can remember. She's like, don't expect perfection. And I'm like, I'm so black and white,
Yeah.
and yet, like, look how this is working my salvation out with fear and
Yes.
trembling. You know, it's like, whoa,
Yes.
this is great. I mean, it is.
Yeah.
And so, again, while we can like see all of the perspective of, look at this growing you this way or that way, and the self-care answer is devotion to God. You know, like, that's it.
Yeah. And
Like,
to put that first.
Put it first.
Think about all your things you talked about, like the trust part is a big one. Like, as we're talking, as our kids get older, like, we have to learn to trust God with our kids.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's hard. It's hard for everyone.
That's hard.
That's why I couldn't imagine not having Jesus.
Hard. Oh, exactly. And you're like, okay, Lord, like, let's get through this, and realize they do have to work out their salvation as well. That's not our job.
Exactly.
When they get older, I think I've hit harder of, oh, thanks for this gift, Lord. Like, this isn't really my kid. You know, it's very much a gift. And I think one of the biggest things that I've enjoyed kind of I'm kind of going into some of these questions that you guys, like, sorry, I'm like rolling it. No, but I was thinking, one of my favorite things with having the age ranges, while there are hard things, or I always tell the kids, while it seems rough, the reward is far greater, right? And I think my older kids helping the younger ones has been, such a reward for me. So taking care of the younger ones.
Yeah, they get to help, and I love that too.
Yeah, strangest joy. Like,
I used to always watch 19 Kids and Counting.
Oh, really?
Like, when my kids were little.
Yeah.
And I don't even know if probably when they were little, and I was like just at home because you had babies and stuff, and I was like, that's what you saw a lot though, like these older kids taking care of the little ones, and it's just like a great thing to watch too, and help them grow. Oh, I love. They're always like, Mom, are you gonna have more kids? Like, my older couple are like, one more, Mom. One more. Really? They want? Okay. Yeah, and I'm like, when you have one set of fraternal twins, it's 1 in 12 chance. So I'm like, whoa, like, I'm kind of at that, like, but I said, let again, like I say, with the care piece, your health and what you're doing, what you're putting into your body, in your body. Yeah. You got to get that right too. So I think that would help with, like I say, wear your castor pack. Put that on. That helps hormonally get you right. I could tell the difference with my mood. I wear one of these guys. Okay. It's just like a frequency that it improves your nervous system, that kind of stuff that helps your health, which then will trickle down to, like, it really is only doing your devotions. Like, that's the main thing. Yeah, that's the main thing. We can get that right. I think all the other things, and just relying on God and trusting God, like, He will give you the peace. He'll give you the patience. The peace. Yeah. Well, all of it. Fruit of the Spirit. Yes. Come on. Exactly. Yeah, go preach. You know what I mean? So anyway. Well, this was so great. I guess maybe to end here, is there anything that you would say? So I think we're kind of talking about moms, but I mean, it could be women in general. Besides the devotion time, or maybe like any tips on how do you wake up early to do this? I am. Okay. But I can remember. I don't know if I mentioned this, but when I was younger, somebody was like, do you have something wrong with you? It was a boy. I remember where I was sitting, and I'm like, what? He's like, you have obnoxious amounts of energy. Like, I don't drink coffee. I do not. I am like, I'm zinging all the time. Like, So I think that I go to bed around 8 or 9, depending on the kids' schedule. Now maybe 10, and then I'm up by 4 or 5 in the morning. Oh, wow. I function like that. Yeah. Like, I just do. And so I think, again, it's like back to how do you, maybe a mom with younger kids does it in the middle of the day when there's nap time. There's an app, I think it's Bible Chat, that does every hour, it sends you a memory verse. Okay. I think it's Psalm 5 as well, where David says, right, I meditate in your word, and I meditate all day long. Yeah. So it helps that you start out your day and seeing all of the things. And, like, having a scripture that you start with your day, and just kind of, focus on that. Even if it's that. Yeah, that's right. Start little. And I was telling one of the Beaver moms, every day I started sending her, how many Proverbs are there? 31. How many days? A lot of times. It's always a great place to start. Yep. That's so I do, if you want to know specific, I do a proverb a day, and then I do, whatever chapter in the book. I think I'm in 1 Kings right now. So that and that together. That's great. Anyway. Well, thank you so much. This has been so fun, and I'm super excited to let people listen. And if they have any questions, I'll let them
Yeah. I'm happy.
ask it in the chat or whatever.
Yes,
or the
I'm happy to serve.
comments. Yeah.
Yes, I
All
love
right.
it. Thank you.
Well, thank you guys all for joining us today. And remember to follow us on Instagram and our social media. And we'll talk to Abby again. Hopefully you can come back and tell us more.
I'd love it. Thanks.
Thanks.